Hi, my name is Angela, and this is my informative speech. So, when I was just a kid, the only careers I knew about were teachers and doctors. I never thought that I would be able to become a doctor, but growing up, I learned that there are many kinds of careers, and I learned that there are many types of doctors. A pharmacist is one of them. Not only is knowing how to become a pharmacist important to me, it is also important for you to know because you are learning the qualities and qualifications of a pharmacist. According to drug topics, Voice of Pharmacist, patients visit pharmacies an average of 35 times a year. Being a pharmacist comes with great responsibility in your education, knowledge, and compassion. In this speech, I will describe the duties of a pharmacist, which will go way beyond dispensing medication, the programs that lead you to be prepared for this career, and lastly, how to be successful in this field past the current job outlook. Now let's learn about pharmacists and what they do on the day-to-day job. Pharmacists dispense prescription medicine, but they don't just do that. They help customers by walking them through the process of medication, such as dosage, usage, and side effects, as well as approaching their concerns. The duties of a pharmacist include filling prescriptions while verifying amounts prescribed by physicians, all while working on your feet. A very important part of this job is to ensure that the medication being provided won't negatively interfere with another medication a patient is taking. According to the Pharmacy Times, medication errors are the leading cause of mortality, and dispensing errors account for 21% of them. According to the Pharmacy Times, when a patient speaks to a pharmacist during patient counseling, 83% of these errors are discovered. So it is a suggested strategy to minimize dispensing errors. Another part of patient counseling includes showing the medication to the patient, prompting them to ask questions if the medication looks different than before. There are medications that look and sound alike. These similar sounding names account for 1/3 of medication errors. Confirmation bias is the leading cause of this. Confirmation bias is when one interprets something from preconceptions, avoiding information and interpretation contradicting their prior beliefs. Pharmacists' duties even include advising patients about general health. One of the general health topics discussed with patient is stress management. On pharmacistsupport.org, you find that there are physical, emotional, and behavioral symptoms. Some of the advice to manage stress is to take control, prioritize, and manage your time, be active, connect with others, and have alone time. Pharmacists also give advice on diet and exercise that can treat a health problem, as they can be very important remedy for most problems. Not everyone chooses a job because of the pay. I certainly did not. I believe pharmacy is the perfect fit for me as I love chemistry and helping others. There is multiple kinds of pharmacists, such as ambulatory, hospital, food and beverage stores, and pharmacy drug stores. I am quite interested in being a hospital pharmacist. The duties of a hospital pharmacist include management of medications in hospitals, medical clinics, or nursing homes. They may also be involved in clinical trials. And the salary for this kind of pharmacist is a median of $131,290 a year. But my ultimate goal in pharmacy is to be a drugstore pharmacist. And the duties for a drugstore pharmacist is to provide the community with access to medications that they may need. The annual pay for this kind of pharmacist is $125,740. The benefits of being a pharmacist is the stability, but also flexibility of the job. Pharmacy is very stable in the way that everyone will always need to have medication in order to stay healthy, as medications are a necessity. This may be whether someone needs their flu shot or pills for severe illness. Pharmacy is very flexible in the sense of schedules and the environment you decide to go after. You are able to own your own pharmacy or work from home. You can also pick your environment like the ones stated before, such as ambulatory, hospital, any of those. Now that we reviewed the profession itself, let's learn about the preparation to become a pharmacist. Like most medical careers, you must receive a doctorate. In the case of pharmacy, you need a Doctor of Pharmacy degree or a PharmD. Achieving a doctorate is not easy for anyone and can take about 8 years of education. There are multiple options of education for pharmacy by years of education. According to college learners, there's a specific curriculum that allows you to complete the PharmD in a short time frame. The time frame for this curriculum is about 5 years. The 5 years are split into 2 sections, with 2 sections of pre-pharmacy study and 3 sections of accelerated professional study. The longest program that is listed is an 8-year curriculum. Just like previously, there's a 2-year pre-pharmacy study that can extend to up to 4 years and another 4 years following a professional study. After all studies are completed, just like any other medical doctors do, a pharmacist needs to complete a residency for 1 or 2 years optional. The first year residency includes a general training, and it is organized to build upon knowledge, skills, and attitudes. The second year of post-training emphasizes on a specific area of interest. Besides pharmacy residency, you can earn experience by becoming a pharmacy intern. Becoming a pharmacy intern doesn't take as long as becoming a pharmacist. Like any other jobs, there are requirements, especially one of such importance. Education required is a high school diploma or GED. Some pharmacies require an associate's or bachelor's degree. Some skills may be preferred for this job. These skills include communication, organization, attention to detail, flexibility, and empathy. Most jobs require communication, organization, and flexibility, but attention to detail is critical with this career as you need to put patient information into computer systems. Empathy is also critical because you should properly address patient concerns. Working conditions and salary also differ from a pharmacist. All pharmacy interns work in the same environment as pharmacists, such as community pharmacies or telepharmacies. They are also overseen by a pharmacist who will give them tasks. Duties given by a pharmacist to a pharmacy intern can be fairly specific in order to have everything in proper order. Customer service is a main duty for pharmacy interns. After learning about the preparation in terms of education, let's see the traits that will help me be successful in this career. To be a successful pharmacist, one must set goals in their field. As of now, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics states that employment of pharmacy is expected to decline by 2%. These jobs are decreasing to the increasing rate of mail order and online pharmacies. Mail order pharmacies are being recommended by plan sponsors as they did by the National Library of Medicine. Mail order pharmacies are recommended because plan sponsors state that they will lower prescription drug costs. Third-party payers like Medicare are paying more for prescriptions than mail order pharmacies. The reason being that there are more patients sharing costs at retail pharmacies. Because of the high impact and increase in mail order pharmacy, retail pharmacies will decrease, affecting job status. COVID had a great impact on pharmacies because there was a great need for pharmacists during a pandemic. Because the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics stated that pharmacy jobs will decline, Robert Mann from Student Loan Planner speculates that retirement rate will be substantial. This may be because the last couple of years, older pharmacists have significant retirement account gains. This is a loss in benefit altogether for pharmacists. Graduation and acceptance rate in pharmacy schools are increasing, which impacts the job market as many part-time workers are getting hired rather than full-time. According to Balanced Careers, to become a successful pharmacist, Some of the traits and skills required are being an active listener, a great communicator, a critical thinker, and compassionate person. An active listener and great communicator go hand in hand with being able to understand what a physician suggests while still giving opinions as to why a medication may be better or worse. Active listening gives a pharmacist is the ability to understand customers, medical staff, and coworkers. You want to listen to medical staff because they are the people who have seen something that you have not. You listen to coworkers because they are your equals and know what you know. And most importantly, you listen to customers and patients because they are consuming these medications. Great communication works to give clear and concise explanations of how to administer medication to patients or their caretakers, as well as healthcare staff. As a pharmacist, you want to be a critical thinker while compassionate at the same time. Critical thinking is important as they have to think about the medications and different solutions to a problem with medications. Pharmacists must weigh risk of mixing medications that a patient may be taking with a newly prescribed medication that can be dangerous. And most importantly, a pharmacist must be compassionate and create bonds with patients so that they are comfortable enough to share concerns about medication. Pharmacists must also be approachable for consultations that customers may need. In conclusion, the responsibilities, the preparation that it takes, and the skills one must gain makes a quality pharmacist. Learning the responsibilities of education, knowledge, and compassion in becoming a pharmacist early on has helped me in being able to know what I am going into. Now I think about my younger self and show her that she can become a doctor. Thank you.